Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Steph Perez, and I want to welcome everyone to our hangout this evening. Tonight, we're going to be talking to you a little bit about making money and about traffic, two of my favorite topics. Over the past couple of weeks, we have been helping our team members in learning what it takes to be able to use platforms like Facebook, like Twitter, and soon we'll be teaching how to use platforms like YouTube as well as a way to attract people back to you, begin to build a name for yourself, begin to help people, really begin to, build those conversations that transition into sales for you, leads for you, all that good stuff. Not necessarily in that order. Obviously, you got to have a lead before you have a sale. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself so you kind of understand why this is so important to me, that I reach out to other people. Hold on one second. Just got a message. Okay, so I want to tell my story a little bit so you understand, why this topic is so important to me. And, yesterday was the third month in my business. And I've been online since the year 2007, but 3 months ago, June 16th to be exact, I decided to commit myself to a business model that I thought would really be the thing to help me get my finances back on track, to begin transforming my finances, and to really be that staple in my business right now, to kind of get me through my breakthrough. And I decided to dedicate all of my energy, all of my time, all of my efforts into building this one business stream. And over the past 3 months, because of what I learned from 2007 on, I was able to quickly earn over $28,000 in 3 months' time working 100% online. And it's been amazing. It's been an absolute dream come true. But I always like to tell people my story because I need people to understand that while there are very, very unique situations where people will come online and in a very, very short period of time, being a complete newbie will go on to radically transform their finances. And begin having a success and attracting leads and making sales and doing all this crazy stuff. But for most people, you will have to go through a learning curve. And what a lot of people don't understand is that really there's only a few things online when it comes to social media that really, really matter when it comes to, making money, getting the leads, all that kind of stuff, and having a compelling story, being able to allow people to relate to you and driving traffic. And those two things together, for me anyways, having a compelling story and telling that compelling story all the time and driving traffic has allowed me to build a tiny little fortune right from the comfort of my home utilizing the internet. But in 2007, when I came on board, that wasn't the story. I knew nothing what I was doing in terms of making money online. I had failed offline for many years, decided to come online because I wanted a better way to do business. I wanted to, finally be able to position myself in such a way where I could put information out there, put content out there, and people would come to me. And lo and behold, I first learned video marketing. And then as the time and the years have progressed, I would learn to, master video marketing and then social media and capture pages and autoresponders and building relationships with people and being able to, be a pretty doggone good copywriter. And just a lot of good things came along my way and in my path during that time. Now, business-wise, I had succeeded, I had failed, I'd bounced around from a few different things, some network marketing companies, some, online systems and tools and business opportunities, and was just all over the place for a little bit. And then Xplocial was entered into my life. And on June 16th, when I said I do to Xplocial, I decided to take this business very seriously. And because of everything that I learned, I was able to have explosive growth because I quickly began to implement all of those things in a very, very systematic way, so it began to make sense for me. And that's why I like to give back, and I like to be very, very real, very, very upfront. I like to put everything out there so people truly understand what it takes to succeed in this industry, what it takes to succeed as an online marketer if that's what you're choosing to do. There are some people who love making money offline, and that's great. Home parties, hotel briefings, all that kind of stuff appeals to some people. But for me, being a 39-year-old wife and mom, being really busy and active in my kids' life, my daughter plays travel softball, I love being able to enjoy life, and I'm able to do that by learning how to leverage the internet. And I love now being able to teach people how to do the exact same thing. So that's why I enlisted the help of BJ, because he's great at showing his screen and rallying people and really being able to showcase his expertise in terms of what it really takes. And he breaks it down in such a brilliant way where people truly get, you know, what their job is to do when they come online. And I'll backtrack a little bit while we're waiting on BJ to get here. Hold on one second, you guys. My message is going off like crazy. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so the first week that we held our hangout for our team, and I'm horrible, you guys, at screen share, so I'm not even going to attempt it, because knowing me, I'll end up clicking off this whole hangout and I'll lose everybody. So I'm not going to attempt it, but I'm going to walk you through how Facebook works for me, and it coincides with what BJ taught, except for BJ actually shows the screen and walks you through, you know, what it looks like on the wall, the groups, and all that kind of stuff. For me, Facebook was always a very, very logical approach to rallying people, you know, building that warm market. Because for me, building a business, and I'm going to just kind of make this easy so you really, really understand it. Building a business for me online, it never was a hard thing to learn, because to me, I just logically thought about what makes businesses work. And for me, coming from the traditional network marketing industry, what's the first thing they tell you, you know, when you join a company? Make a list of all your family and friends. Basically, make a list of your entire warm market, and that's the kind of people that you want to go after first. So for me, logically, when I came on Facebook, I said, okay, well, I don't really have a warm market, so I'm going to build my warm market right here on Facebook, and that's what I began to do. So I began to just connect with people in like-minded groups. I started adding friends like crazy. Hold on one, guys. I don't know. What happened to my camera? Okay. Started adding people, you know, adding friends, started connecting with people, started building my warm market. And then I really focused on the content that was on my wall, making sure the things that I posted was inspiring to the target audience that I was trying to attract. And at that time, I was in the health and wellness industry. So I posted results, you know, of my body transformation. I posted health and wellness tips. I posted things that would be very, very relevant to the friends that I was bringing into my circle right on Facebook. And lo and behold, coupled with reaching out and connecting with people, starting conversations, finding out where people were hurting. Because you got to understand, you guys, no matter what business that you're marketing out there, no matter what your product or service is, there are a gazillion other people out there shouting the same message. Join my business, buy my product, blah, 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 throw up, throw up, throw up, throw up. People make buying decisions based upon where they're hurting. They make buying decisions in most cases based upon something being the solution in their life. So when you learn to begin, you know, sharing a message and asking questions that allow you to find out where people are hurting, that's when you can begin to start having success using platforms like Facebook. You know, it's not just about starting conversations and diving right into your business. Why? Because people do that all day long. They don't stand out, and guess what? These people aren't making money. But when you can come from a depth where you really care about people, you care about this industry, and you truly become an ambassador for the industry. Not an ambassador just for your company, but an ambassador for this industry, and you really want to see good things happen to good people, you'll start asking questions. You won't rush that buying decision. You won't rush someone off to your company's video. You'll take the time to find out what they're doing right now, what they love about what they're doing right now, what brought them to their business. You know, are they making all the money they'd like to make right now? You know, are they generating all the leads they would like to generate in their business right now? You know, as they look at other people, you know, how do they compare their business to maybe top leaders in the industry? Where do they think they're falling short? You just start being very, very real with people, and guess what people will do? They will take down those walls, and they will have a real conversation with you, and through that real conversation, you'll be able to figure out where they're hurting, and then guess what you do? You take out that Band-Aid, and you offer them a Band-Aid. And when you offer them a Band-Aid, you know what? When you get really, really good at this, a lot of people will start taking that Band-Aid, because it's not about your company, no matter how much money you've made. It's not about your company, but it's about the solutions that you and that company bring to them that's going to put a Band-Aid over whatever's hurting for them, or whatever's going to be the solution for them. When you get really, really good at that, when you couple that with Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and, you know, building a list and conversating with the people on your list, guess what? Every 10 people that you have a conversation with, guess what? You'll begin to close 3, 4, 5 of them, like clockwork. But so many people focus on sell, 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 sell. How do I pitch people? How do I get them in? How do I close the deal? Stop trying to close the deal. Stop trying to pitch people and try to be the solution to where they're hurting. You know, BJ talked about this in our first week, and I always used to quote 98%, but he actually bumped it up and said about 99% of the people posting like mad people in Facebook groups are failing like crazy. Are you one of those people that are in Facebook groups right now that are failing like crazy? Are you one of those people that are posting, and at the end of the day, you have nothing to show for those 100, 200, 300 groups that you posted in all day long? Are you one of the people that are on Twitter and you're spouting your message all day long, and at the end of the day, you have no leads in your autoresponder? You have no one who's inboxed you on Twitter. You've had no one who's reached out and said, hey, can you tell me more about what it is that you do? Or they haven't even conversated with you or retweeted any of your stuff. If that's you, what we really have to share with you tonight is really, really going to rock your world. I believe it's going to make so much sense for you. I think like so many people, the hundreds of people that have seen our past Hangouts whose lives have been really transformed because of the information, even people not on our team. I think that this is going to be what you're looking for, and we don't really care where you are right now. I don't care whether you're on our team, whether you're making money with us, whether you're not. Our whole goal tonight is to talk about traffic and the ability to make a ton of traffic, the ability to make a lot of money from traffic, how to make hordes of money, you know, whether that be a couple $100 a week, whether that be a few $1,000s a week or a few $1,000s a day. When you master the art of getting traffic, you begin to master the art of getting money. So without further ado, I want to bring up my really good friend, BJ. 21 years old, I'm 39 years old. In a lot of cases, he feels like my big brother for a lot of the things that I'm learning in this industry. He's helped so many people on my team, you know, be able to open their eyes and realize what this is all about, where they were falling short, and get them to take action in a very, very specific way to begin getting better results for themselves. People who were spending hours on Facebook not getting any results started spending a fraction of the time and started really having conversations with people, you know, that were leading to new friends, new prospects. They were having success, you know, and that's what it's all about. Your journey is not just about getting information today and making a ton of sales tomorrow. It's very, very important that you understand where the results lie and that all the results that we get are relevant to our success. So right now, if you're spending 2 to 3 hours a day on Facebook, and at the end of the day you have no new friends, you've had no conversations, and then you listen to one of our Hangouts, you implement what we teach you, and the next day you have 10 or 15 new friends, and you've had 5 or 6 conversations, guess what? You got results. That's success. You keep doing that day after day, and before you know it, those conversations, those new friend requests are going to turn into people viewing your company presentation. And the more people you get to view your company presentation, guess what? The more people eventually will be joining you in your business. So know where your business looks like right now before you start to judge, you know, the fact that you're getting results or not, are getting very, very limited results. Results are very, very subjective. It really matters what you're looking at. And you got to get results in one area before you can begin to get results in another area. So BJ the Traffic Man is going to talk to us more about Twitter, how to really maximize and use Twitter to bring a lot of traffic to ourselves, to our capture pages, so we can begin getting those presentations in and making a whole lot of money. So without further ado, I bring in my boy BJ.
Hey guys, BJ Dollar here, and the funny thing is, you know, Steph says that I'm 21, she's 39, that I'm like her big brother. Well, that's more because I look 35 and she looks 26. But we're here tonight and we're gonna crush out some Twitter training, and I'm always hyped, I'm always excited, I'm always animated when I talk about Twitter because Twitter's my original love. Okay. I just fell in love with the methods, the algorithms, the how you do Twitter, and it really clicked for me, and I was ready to rock and roll with it. And I had been seeing some success on Facebook, but then my business took off on Twitter because of the culture of Twitter. Okay. In Facebook rules and Facebook culture, you know, you got to be close like Steph and I are for me to be able to make jokes like that and her not take it the wrong way, or me not get somebody to pounce on me the next time I see her, or, you know, just things like that happen. But if we weren't close, if this was the first time I ever met Steph, that she would be very offensive. She would find offense to that. It would be like that. But Twitter is kind of the cool side of things, the really light, keeping it joking, not so serious, not trying to engage into anything, really just passing by and sharing compliments, passing by and sharing what's funny, what's going on in the world, passing by and just leaving a funny thing that you might want to share with other people. I almost describe it, and this is funny because I've never had a job before outside of my own business, so I'm just going off of TV sitcoms and things like that. But it's kind of like Twitter is the water hole in an office where, Gary from the fifth floor and Billy from the third floor and you from the fourth floor and your guys are all gathered around the water hole for your 15 to 20-minute break. And Gary from the fifth floor said something hilarious, and some of your buddies on your floor didn't hear it, so you share that with them. Just, oh, that guy Gary from the fifth floor. But it'd be awkward to have like an engagement with him outside of work, go to dinner or something like that. So that's the type of means of Twitter. And I know that sounded really weird, but let me put it to you this way. That means that you don't have to engage in such a conversation, and you don't have to reel them in as far with as much rapport, because more rapport is built on, hey, you like similar things that I do, you say funny things, my guard's down, I'm more open to hearing what you have to say. And really, it also says that you don't have to be intimate. We don't have to have a huge conversation. You can just send me what I want to see, and I'm going to be on my way and take action. And that's what I like about Twitter. So really, I fell in love with Twitter because I was building Facebook fan pages. Okay, I was on contract to build Facebook fan pages, and I was getting consistently about 3,000 likes in just a couple of weeks to any fan page that I built. And it was all based around marketing, so I knew what I was doing. But I bit off more than I could chew, and my friend asked me, could you build my Facebook fan page? And she was a nail salon owner in Richmond, Virginia. So I said, you know what, I got this. You're kind of cute. I'm going to impress you, whatever. And so I took on the project not knowing anything about my target market. And I really started to fall short and find a problem with that because, to make a long story short, I exhausted all of the tricks that I knew how to do on Facebook, and I only came up with about 250 likes, and most of them weren't even in her area. So if a local business can't make money from people from Michigan and things like that the way that consistent in Richmond business could. So it was very failing. It wasn't working very well, and I had an idea. It was kind of sneaky, kind of brilliant. Let me go onto her Twitter and look at her Twitter followers, and let me just convince some of them to like her fan page. So I was thinking, okay, if they follow her, they're probably in the area. She's probably done some promoting. I could probably get some more likes from that. And I came on, and as you hear me teach, if you're a good leader and you know what you're teaching on, you should be able to share your screen and show it. I'm going to show you what happened next, okay? I actually ran into a problem. You see, I got to her Twitter. By the way, guys, I just started a brand new Twitter account again to show you two reasons. One, I got locked out of my first one because I didn't know my password. But two, I wanted to show you that everything you're about to learn tonight can be done from a brand new Twitter account that's never been touched, never been done. You don't need to have 150,000 followers here that none of you have anyway, and you've been working Twitter for the last year and a half. Okay? What you're going to learn tonight is the brand new beginners, no excuse. You can set up a Twitter account. Literally took me 30 seconds. That's why I was about a couple minutes late on this hangout. And you can start tonight, do exactly what I teach, and you can start generating leads within the next 3 days consistently every single day for your business. So if you have a pen or paper, pull it out, or if you're just a multitasker, pull up a screen showing your Twitter account next to mine and just go along with what I'm having to say. Okay, now back to my story. I didn't know what her Twitter name was. I hadn't been following her myself. So I had to figure out, how am I going to find her? Well, just like Facebook does, just like if you Google something, if you type into this Twitter bar what her name is, you're going to find her account, obviously. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. But I had another problem. I didn't know what her Twitter name was. So here's what I did. I said, okay, her name and the word nails is in the title of her nail salon. So if I just type in those two things, it's obviously going to come up with that profile. It's as similar as typing I love puppies, okay? So see, you're going to have a whole list of people who have the names I love puppies. But here's what blew my mind. Okay, I guess I'm stuck on that profile. But here's what blew my mind when I just clicked enter to try to find her profile. There's a whole bunch of list of people that showed up, but if you hit results, you get an absolute listing of everyone who tweeted the words "I love puppies." In my situation, it was a whole bunch of people in Richmond, Virginia, tweeting about getting their nails done at her salon. On top of that, what really blew my mind was I was able to click reply without having to follow them, build that relationship to get an interaction like you would on Facebook. And I was able to send them a direct message with a direct call to action and produce a similar result without having to be too intimate, without having to be too long-standing conversation to pull a sale. I could be direct, I could be forward, I could be instant, and most importantly to me, I could be copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Okay, so to make a long story short, I was in the next 2 weeks took that same fan page that I had only gotten 250 likes from, and in 2 weeks I brought it to 3,500 likes, and they were all her target area market. So it was the most laser targeted lead for her that her business had ever seen. This is when a huge light bulb came on in my head. I said, "Holy crap! If I can do this for a nail salon, which I know nothing about, wait till I apply it to marketing." So I then set out to decide, okay, how can I go about doing this? And I decided, okay, let me just start sending my different fan pages and building them up. So I built up a few fan pages. I built up a few Facebook groups. Then I decided to say, okay, let me try to build my business with this. What businesses am I promoting at the time? Well, at the time I was promoting a health and wellness shake deal and a cell phone deal. So look at just any of you. I know that Steph has a lot of people who learn from her because she's always pumping content into the internet. So just any of you that might not be in Steph's team right now and might be working a deal similar to this, watch how important this is for your business. Okay, what's the main thing somebody who is looking to take a weight loss shake is looking to do? They're looking to lose weight. They're looking to slim down. Let's get more specific. If you say something like slim down, you probably know what you're talking about more than just somebody who on a whim who would say, "I just want to lose weight." Okay, so check this out. Okay, I want to slim down. You click that, and just like everything else, a list of people who wanted to slim down show up. You can do a broad search, or you can put the parentheses on it and get an exact search for people who say the words, "I want to slim down, I want to slim down." How much more laser targeted could it be? I want to lose weight is the same way. I want to, and that's a huge one as well, lose weight. How laser targeted do you have to get if you're selling a weight loss shake that helps you lose weight than someone who's looking and actually speaking into the universe, saying it so into existence? If you know anything about the mind, the power of the subconscious mind, they're putting it out into the universe. They're saying, "Universe, I want to lose weight, make it happen. Show me how." And now you're answering that call. I believe our leader calls it quantum physics. So you're answering the call for them, okay? Then let's talk about, the cell phone deal. I know what you're thinking. Well, it's easy to find something like that. How do you find something for a cell phone deal? Well, what do you want? What does your cell phone service do? My cell phone service made it clear that they never had to pay their own cell phone service ever again. So I typed in, "I hate paying cell bill." And what did I find? A whole bunch of people talking about hating to pay their cell phone bill, hating to pay their cell phone service. And I was able to say, "Hey, you want your cell phone service for free? Watch this free video." I'm going to teach you the structure of how to send a proper tweet in just a minute. I just want to get through the preliminaries. I know what you're saying. Okay, well, I'm not in something that niche specific to where I'm selling a weight loss shake or I'm selling a cell phone. It works so much better for the internet marketing crowd in a deal like Xplocial, or in a deal where you're making money, you're turning around how to teach other people how to make money and build a residual. Why? Because money is one of the 3 core needs that people complain about most and that people all have in common. The majority of people out there are looking for a way to make more money. They're complaining about the money that they don't have or the freedom that they don't have. So you're going to come down to the actual emotion, the actual need. You're going to skip, and here's why you're going to skip. I want to make money online. Okay, if you type that in, a whole bunch of people learn Twitter wrong. Why did they learn Twitter wrong? Well, Twitter is about listening, it's not about talking. Okay? If you know my tweet driver method, it's the ultimate tool for lead generation, and it's all set up about listening to what your target market needs or what they want and being able to directly find them and meet their need every single time. Well, people who don't know how to use Twitter well, and I get blasted about this a lot, but I don't care. You're actually screwing up one of the greatest Twitter searches of all time. So I'll put everyone on this list on blast. People who just put this garbage out there that no one wants to see, no one wants to read because you're just shoving your deal down their throat. You mess up the news, and this is a great learning lesson for you as well, because if you reply with the exact phrase or the words in the phrase that you search for, you then add a tweet to the actual newsfeed itself. So let me share something with you. Okay, so now that we've taught you how you can't do it, how you can't, search, how do we find somebody who's looking to be in the make money online niche, or looking to be the work from home niche, or build their own business niche? Well, all of those, number one, could be Twitter searches that you should find, but this is the most simple, this is the easiest, this is the already done for you. I took the work out of it. I'm just going to show you 3 of my about 15 keywords that all produce major results for me. I'm just going to share them with you right now, because at the end of this, you're going to want to turn around and use it, because the deal that we're offering, the team that we're offering you to join, is the only deal and team out there that's going to help you build your business so quickly and easily like this, and figure out the rest of the pieces to the puzzle. Okay, so you can literally find somebody who's needing more income. Now check out how cool this is. I know what you guys are thinking. Well, why don't you say something like, I need money? No, that's not right, because you got to think about the psyche of the person, and you have to actually read them a little bit. Think about what need more income means. That word more means that they already have some. They already have some sort of job or some sort of money coming in. They have some income coming in, so they're not broke. They can afford to get in your deal, most likely, because they're so tired of what's going on that they're actually telling their friends, their universe, hey, I'm sick of being broke, is what she's saying, is what Jessica's actually talking about. I'm sick of being broke. I'm just making it by. And if anybody has an idea of how I can get less hours and still make as much money, or make more money with fewer hours, help me out. And that's what we come along and say. Now let me show you how important it is and how you structure a proper tweet, because this tweet is actually a mini sales presentation, is the way I call it. Why? Because it's the only exposure they ever get from you. You're not engaging in a conversation. You're not doing a long, drawn-out talk. You're having what's called, and you're implementing what's called the tweet driver method. And you're sending them a direct tweet, sending them directly to your product or service, or a video about your product or service, such as this webinar, and letting the sellers and tellers with the results, the methods, the trainings, and the leadership do the selling and telling for you and close your deal. Okay, so she wants to make more income, want to make more money. Is that a good one to ask her? That's a great one to ask her, but why not make, see, this is where I went. This is where you'll evolve as a marketer. I decided, let me make an exact tweet for each person and get a little bit more personal with it. So you know what I found out? I found out that I get almost perfectly to the T the same numbers when I make a generic message that fits the majority of what I tweet to, and then just send it out with very little rapport being built, as I do with building a rapport and sending them to the video anyway. The numbers are very few and very slim, because Twitter's culture is not about building a intimate relationship where they trust what you're saying because of the friendship and the connection that you've built. Twitter's algorithm system, its culture, is about, hey, this is something you should check out, go check it out. And then it's all about your deals video, your deals webinar, the Google Hangout of the week that you send them out to check out. And it's all about letting those people close it for you, build rapport and close it in the same video. Okay, so here's what I just do for a generic text. You can use this forever. Okay, it works and works and works. Want to quit your job or make want to quit your job or make more money? Now, also URL. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I'm actually going to break down why this is so important. Okay? Check this out. If you want to quit your job or make more money, watch this video on making money online. You're asking them a question because you've identified their need. What's her need? She wants more income, so she wants to make more money. You just send her a, hey, you want to quit your job and make more money? Oh, hey, watch this video on making money online then. You're sending her a direct request. You're sending her a direct call to action to take over, and then you gave her this. This is actually the most important part of the entire tweet. Why? Because it's a subconscious mind trigger that immediately demands a response and usually gets it as soon as it demands it. Okay? So this arrow, a simple line, and the greater than sign, I guess it is, this simple line is actually our call to action's subconscious trigger that puts you in the mindset to go, oh, I want to see that. You know, have you ever seen and have you ever clicked on a link because of the cool looking arrows or the stuff that's pointing your attention to the link? That's for the majority of us. And then there are some of us that don't know where to click. If it's your first time on Twitter, you probably didn't know that that was clickable, you know, and that's what it looks like. It becomes a blue line. You didn't know that that was clickable. So it becomes a blue line. So that's telling you, hey, the link's right here. Go ahead and do it. Okay. So that is how you can literally generate leads upon leads upon leads, and I want to show you just two more of them. You know, I want more income, the same thing, but here's one that you think outside the box. Here's the example of the other half of the tweet we just said. This person hates going to work, so they probably hate their job. You know, you just say the same thing to them. Want to quit your job or make more money? See, you're not telling them they have to quit their job, but they could make more money and keep the job in case they don't hate the job. Watch this video about making and your URL. And that right there is how simple it is to use my tweet driver method to generate leads. If you do this consistently and you scale up the way we teach you to, you will be able to have what I call as a free account, and you'll be able to send as many tweet driver tweets as you want to all day long, and you'll consistently bring in 15 leads or more an hour. You know, that's actually one of my smaller hours now that I've gotten more laser targeted, and I started using things like parentheses to get actual exact needs that you need in your tweet. And my tweet responses are getting better, and I'm just getting more confidence. Plus, I have my outsourcers running it, so they're doing it the proper way, and it's really taking business to the next level. But the most important thing that I have to say is that is a level playing field for the newbie. That's a level playing field for the intermediate. That's the level playing field for the expert. And the most important part is it will double and triple your team size. Even if you have a team as little as 3 to 5 people, if you just get them doing tweets every single day and sending people to watch the presentation and get involved in what you're doing. If you've ever seen a team go from 3 to 10 to 30 to 90 to 180, then you've probably seen some Twitter interaction with it, and it's probably been some of my work, or you've seen something like conversational marketing, and now our team knows both. This is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. What you're watching right now is a movement where we're actually teaching stuff that works. We're teaching stuff with our screens versus with our voices, and we're not a wussy. We're just giving you what you need to actually build your business and succeed in whatever you choose to do. Okay, we always make the training first because we don't care what business opportunity you're in. We want to value you. We want you to receive value from what we teach. And then we just simply tell you the smart choice, the smart idea, which is to join our business, join our process, start building your residual monthly income by at least $1,000 a month. And with that Twitter method, I don't see why you can't be pulling, if it's a 20%, rate that's coming in, if it's a 20% sales rate, or if it's a whatever it is, you should be able to pull 1 to 3 sales a day from that. And we just taught you how to get to 2 sales a week to 2 sales a day with conversational marketing. So you could be consistently pulling in 5 sales a day if you just mastered both methods. But there's no excuse between the 2 methods why you couldn't master, 1 to 2 sales a day. So guys, that's how cool it is, because if you think you need 1 to 2 sales a day to make $1,000 a day, you're wrong. You only need to implement that twice a week. You can fail 5 days out of the week, and if you just get 1 sale a day, twice a week, your residual monthly income increases by $1,000 per month. That's because what we're promoting, the deal we're in, the team that we're building, the movement that we're creating is in a company called Xplocial. It's $129 to get in at the platinum level, and it's $129 per month to stay in at the platinum level. And with just 2 sales a week, you keep about $260. It all comes out to $1,081, but we just call it $1,000 per month. But you can use this implementation, and if you're not lazy, I do 15 free leads in the morning, and then I'm done. If you're not lazy, you can produce more, and you can get more building, and you can really completely blow out of the water the $1,000 per month residual increase. But we just make it so simple. We make it so easy for you to duplicate and follow that you're just in the right place at the right time. If you join tonight, you're actually going to get my full Twitter intensive course that's worth $197, and you just get to tap in things like how to generate 15 free leads an hour, how to get 20,000 followers in 60 days, and how to get a literal 1 million eyes to see your offer every single time you send out a tweet, and the subconscious loophole that turns your followers into your frontline affiliates and lets them go and sell to their warm market for you. I've had people pay me thousands of dollars to learn my Twitter secrets. I've made over $20,000 with my Twitter intensive, and if you just make the smart decision to get in right now tonight at $129, join the team that's going to take you to success, you're going to get as a free bonus my Twitter intensive course. So get in, get started, get pumped, and we'll see you at the bank. Take care.
I love it. And you guys, it's funny because that was actually a surprise. Like, I didn't know he was going to throw in his Twitter intensive course. So that's always kind of amazing. It's awesome when people, they give. Again, it all goes back to just wanting to see people succeed. And more often than not, more people are out there failing than succeeding. And that's all we want to do is put information out there to help other people. And for me, I just found a really, really great vehicle that allowed me to go from being, broke financially, broken as a person, broken as a wife and a mom, to being able to now provide, wonderfully for my family, in 3 months, over $28,000, earning over $10,000 a month right now. And, my kids are like, Mom, we're rich. And I'm like, no, we're not quite rich, but we're doing okay. But they see the difference in our lifestyle. They see the difference in what we're able to do opposed to what we had to settle for before, or having to tell them no to not having to tell them no anymore. Just having abundance, and all I want from my heart is to be able to help other people realize the exact same thing for themselves. One point, and I didn't want to interrupt BJ when he was talking, but when BJ talked about how he discovered his Twitter driver method, And then you heard me in the beginning talk about how, I just sat still for a minute and logically came up with my Facebook process. You guys, sometimes that's how some of the best secrets or the best strategies are developed, is that people just kind of stumble upon ideas because they're like, oh, wow, that kind of makes sense. For the case of me, with Facebook, I just thought if I went to a new area, a new town, a new city, I would get out in my local community to meet new like-minded people. Well, on Facebook, it should be the same thing, right? Just join groups and fan pages and begin to meet like-minded people and bring them into my warm market, bring them into my friends list, my new network on Facebook. It was logical to me. And guess what? It worked. In my first year in a traditional network marketing company, I sponsored over 86 people in 1 year. And that's traditional network marketing, not internet marketing. Using these exact same strategies, excluding Twitter, because where Twitter has always been BJ's playing field, Facebook and YouTube has been mine. Twitter has not been my playground at all. But utilizing the exact same strategies of connecting with people, offering them solutions, in 3 months, you guys, I've been able to sponsor over 160 people 100% online using 2 simple formulas, 2 simple platforms. And it's all because I find people where they're hurting and I give information to be a solution to them. You can take, and I'm going to kind of give this as a bonus because a lot of people don't think this way. But for you moms out there, okay, you're on Twitter and you want to connect with other moms because you feel like if you have a certain pain in your life, that there's got to be other moms that have that same pain. Have you ever wanted to send your daughter to ballet class or dance class and you just didn't have the money? Why not just search for women who might be expressing that same pain? Want to be able to pay for sports and you can't. You want to put your son in football. Do you not think that there are probably people out there expressing that pain? It doesn't always have to be about people who are saying, I hate my job, I want to make extra money. That's a great starting point. But when you dig deeper and you get very, very specific, because you've got to remember, if you have a certain pain, you are not the only person in this world that's experiencing that same pain or that same desire. And that's how I always felt about social media. I felt like if I was sick and tired of having to rob Peter to pay Paul, if I felt inadequate as a wife, having to lie to my husband about our finances because he was the one working hard and I was the one sitting on my butt at home not doing what I had to do, I felt like if I just started voicing some of my frustrations, that other people would rise up and say, Steph, I feel the same way. And lo and behold, they did. There are a lot of people out there robbing Peter to pay Paul. A lot of people that were partying on Friday and Saturdays and then on Monday rolling around figuring out who they weren't going to pay because they spent all their money on the weekend, in which they really didn't have. Like, there are so many people that go through the exact same things that we go through, and if you just do your due diligence, you just search for these people, guess what? They will answer your call. They will raise their hand. They will want what you have to offer because you have the solution. And that's all that this is about, conversations and finding people that want what you have, the solution that you have. And guess what? They will relate to you because you are meeting them where they're hurting because you have been there. You can relate. You can speak their language. Have you ever conversated with someone, I know BJ probably has, where they're sharing something with you and all you can say is, oh, yeah, because you can't relate. But you're trying to be sympathetic, but you can't because you haven't been there. It's very different when someone's expressing something to you and you're like, yeah, girl, I feel that. Just last month I had to tell my daughter no, or, I remember last year when my son wore his same shoes all year round. I know that pain. It's so different and people get that. And that's all that this kind of marketing is meeting people where they're hurting and giving them a solution. So just like BJ said, coming all in with Xplocial, with your affiliate fee, it's $153.95 a month. You're able to earn between $29 and $129 per member that you bring in. You can make a lot of money here with a lot less people in a very, very short period of time. You don't have to recruit thousands and thousands of people. You don't have to build a huge downline. All you got to do is take some very, very simple action steps on a daily basis, get people in front of a presentation. The more people you get in front of a presentation, guess what? The more people will want to sign up with you. And we're teaching you how to get very, very targeted people in front of these in front of these presentations, which increases your rate of people that will be able to raise their hand because they're targeted. They're already pre-qualified, and that makes it so much more easier. I'm telling you. So for me in closing, you heard the information, you heard the bonus that was put out there. Imagine, the little bit that BJ shared, which to me is a gold mine because I never even thought about Twitter that way. I was one of those people doing Twitter all wrong. I was throwing up all over Twitter when I was trying to use Twitter, and he showed us a way to be able to find people. Imagine him being able to dive a little deeper into the psychology of Twitter, how to make it work for you, and really help you dominate. Where if you love Twitter, that could be your playground. That could be your gold mine. That could be where you decide to earn six figures from. You get that as a bonus, and all you got to do is make the decision to put a Band-Aid on what's hurting in your life right now and allow Xplocial to be the solution to help you get to where you want to go. So this is your girl, Steph Perez. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So glad that you're tuning in. I love seeing the numbers continue to rise as we're on this hangout, giving out more value. BJ, do you want to share anything in closing?
Oh man, well, I think we kind of left the icing off the cake because we're talking about the bonuses that are being given away when you join tonight. But in all honesty, the bonus that's the elephant in the room that we haven't talked about is we're actually giving these guys and girls a 4-week program that will turn them into a full marketer, and it'll round them and shape them and mold them into an excellent marketer that's vividly fluent in free lead generation from Facebook, conversational marketing, free lead generation from Twitter. Tomorrow night, we're actually doing and leading into video marketing, and I know a bunch of people are wondering what it's going to be about, and it's teaching you how to not even be shy because your face isn't going to be on the camera. You're not going to have to do what Steph and I do, and I can understand it's intimidating because you're not as pretty as Steph is and you're not as fly as I am, so you're a little bit like, oh my goodness, and you get to do exactly what I just did and show some of your own flair, your own flavor, who you naturally are. And we're going to teach some amazing stuff that will mold you and help you build your brand through video marketing. And then we're going to show you how to share your videos and build a following with those videos, including how to sell and tell and create content to send out to your subscriber base as well. So tomorrow's training is going to be huge, and you're going to get to implement that for a whole week before we do our next Google Hangout, selling for you in the same type of manner that we've been doing this, and another excellent training. So you guys, you should join just because 4 weeks from today, if you watch webinar 1 through 4 in this training series, you're going to be a complete marketer, and it's only going to cost you that original $129 investment. And if you're not happy with the results and you're a full marketer, you don't have to stick around the next month and work with us and build that $1,000 residual monthly income again and increase your income by another $1,000. You can leave, but you'll have gotten some trainings that I honestly sell for $500 at low cost. This is also personal coaching. If I was personally holding your hand through it, I charge you $1,000 up to $6,000 for this information. This is completely you becoming a full marketer, and you're in the right place at the right time. Get started today. If you're already in Xplocial, if you just joined earlier in this webinar, whatever it is, ask your team leader to get plugged into the series that we're going through, and don't miss tomorrow night because it's going to blow your mind. But remember, it's for members only. So you got to get in. I'm BJ Dalla. I'll see you at the bank, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Yay! I'm glad you guys, and I'm so glad we're doing YouTube because YouTube was my first marketing strategy. It's where I've made a lot of money, and there's so much power. I posted today on Facebook, a compelling story plus traffic is how I've built my six-figure empire right online. A compelling story and traffic, and we're going to show you how to tie in what you're going to do in video, and it's crazy because you can build this huge web. Just imagine for a minute, and again, like BJ said, you've got to be in to get this information, but just imagine, taking what you learned in Twitter, and instead of sending people to a capture page, you send them to something a little bit more powerful, where they get to know you a little bit more. What if we show you how to make all that work for you, how to create this web, where even if people tried to, they couldn't get out of it. And before they know it, they're like, I gotta buy because I feel like I know this chick, or I feel like I know this dude so much. Everywhere I click, their video is there. Their content is there. They're inspiring me. They're empowering me. That's what I hear. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just letting you know how I've been able to dominate in my little way, and I'm really nobody online. You know, I just feel like, hey, I'm just an average chick that figured out something that works for me, and I just show up every single day and I do it, and I feel like I do it well. Well, what if someone called you and said, BJ, I just spent the last 4 hours watching 21 videos of yours and I couldn't stop watching. Where do I join? Do you think that doesn't happen? It does, absolutely. But you've got to be able to have the guts, the know-how, the knowledge to be able to put things like that in place so people can feel that way about what it is that you're doing. Gone are the days of posting all these ads on Facebook and Craigslist and Backpage and think that you're going to sit back and the money's going to flow in. It's the year 2013 and business is done differently. People make their buying decisions based upon different factors. We're giving you those factors because we care about the collective success of the people in this industry. Not just my team, not just BJ's team, in this industry, because too many people are hurting, not making money, barely getting by, hopping from program to program to program, thinking it's the program and never learning skill sets. We are giving you the skill sets, and they're not secrets. You just haven't learned them yet, and we're taking the time to give them to you. So that's all that I'm saying. You've got to make the decision to take action now. If you're on one of our Hangout platforms, that means you were invited by one of our team members. Click the link that says join now, make the decision to join with them, and then message them and say, how do I get my bonus? And we will make sure that you're not only plugged in to tomorrow's training, but that you have access to the bonuses as well to help you take your income to the next level. Like my boy BJ says, I'll see you at the bank. Bye.